I think it was 5 years ago when I last went to Kuala Terengganu. We used to travel there many times. As for Kuantan, I've never been there before. So we did a road trip from KL to Kuala Terengganu and stopping at Kuantan before returning to KL. First morning in KT, we went to the most famous Nasi Dagang branch, which is the Nasi Dagang Atas Tol. You can find not just tourists but local as well enjoying their early morning feast. If you plan to have your brekkie here, come as early as you can because the queue starts as early as 6 AM. But if you happen to be late and queuing, I suggest you just do it because I tell you it'll be so worth it. Here, nasi dagang is a must try, but I would also suggest you to try the nasi lemak ikan air, which basically is a nasi lemak with sambal ikan tongkol instead of the typical sambal ikan bilis that you can find in other states in Malaysia.
Creamy. So, first bite macam mana? Okay je?
And this is Teh Beng Madu. It's just a full ice milk tea with a touch of honey, but creamier and frothy.
Power? Okay.
Well, okay by his definition is damn it's good. When some things have been traditionally conserved in Terengganu, there are new structures that become new landmarks. One of it is the Kuala Terengganu Drawbridge. It's also proudly joked as the London Bridge of Terengganu. Then we headed to the city centre, where we saw this cool walkway with artsy stuff on the wall, antique shops and colonial buildings. Only to find out later that it's actually Chinatown. It's also known as Perkampungan Cina by the locals.
Hello, kita kat mana sekarang?
Kat Chinatown.
Buat apa ni?
Jalan ambil gambar jalan.
Ada Chinatown kat Terengganu?
Ada Terengganu. Terengganu ada.
Kau Melaka ada Chinatown kan?
Tak tahu lah, dah lupa lah Melaka.
Ya.
Lama lah tak pergi.
So macam mana enjoy tak Terengganu punya?
Chinatown. Sia.
Ya. Okay.
Another must-see landmark in Kuala Terengganu is the Masjid Crystal, where you can see the grandeur of its architectural design, looking like a huge floating reflective mirror from afar. We can't get inside the mosque as there's a construction going on, so we just hanged outside and fly the drone instead, before the heavy rain. Then we chilled at a coffee shop waiting for the rain to stop before heading to Pantai Batu Buruk Beach.
That is so
It was a gloomy day, but people were still having a good time. We stopped at Kemaman on our way to Kuantan to buy some keropok and eat some sata and otak-otak.
Macam mana cara masak keropok ni?
Kita rebus dia lebih kurang dalam 5 atau 10 minit je. Lepas tu bila dah dia timbul kita angkat je lah. Itu je lah proses untuk merebus keropok.
Ikan apa? Pakai ikan apa?
Biasa kita guna ikan tambang lah.
Tambang lah.
Setiap hari mana kita banyak guna ikan tambang.
Kula Cakes Cafe was our first stop after arriving in Kuantan. We had to try the famous mango cheesecake that people kept raving about. Well, for me, the cheesecake is good, but other pastries were just okay.
Yeah.
And thumbs up means good. After we're done with our dessert fix, we straight away checked into a hotel, which is in front of the Teluk Cempedak Beach.
Sekarang kita dekat alamak, macam host pula Dah dekat sekarang dekat Kuantan. Nice juga sebab banyak orang surfing kan. Memang musim monsun ni memang musim orang surfing. So siapa nak belajar surfing boleh datang dekat area Cerating, Kuantan. Dekat area ni memang ombak dia kuat lah untuk kira beginner untuk belajar surfing lah. Tak bad lah.
Macam pondan lah. Tak reti. Dia je boleh buat.
Our friend Hani, who lives in Kuantan, recommended us this cafe for dinner. The food was quite good.
This is our last night in Kuantan. Kita makan dekat mana? Dekat 90 degree
Cafe.
90 degree cafe. Okay tak? Cafe ni sedap lah. Recommended by Hani. Cafe ni dia macam ada macam hipster sikit lah. Dia ada pasal lagu kat situ.
Dah nak.
Aku tak tahu nak cakap apa. Faruk, asal cafe ni hipster Faruk?
Dia ada aircon.
Ada aircon, ada lagi.
Dia pasal lagu.
Pasal lagu ada
Lagu
gitar,
kan?
ada gitar depan.
Ada gitar.
Ada galeri kat atas.
Pasang tu.
Kuantan lagi up daripada KL kan?
Ya.
Kita tanya orang Kuantan.
Of course lah.
Betul tak?
Common lah Kuantan kot.
Kuantan kan?
Ha.
Okay.
After our lame discussion on how this cafe can be labelled as a hipster cafe, we checked out the top floor, which happens to be a community event space. And it's our luck that they were still painting some art stuff from the previous art exhibition. My sister-in-law, who's good at painting, really enjoyed it. Enjoyed herself too much until this happened.
Oh, ya. Sorry. 5,000 pula tu.
Ya?
Tu 5,000.
Serius lah, harga RM5,000? Damn, RM5,000.
RM5,000
Berani
tau.
pegang. So kalau rosak, cari berani.
Then we bid farewell to Hani and called it a day. I feel like this 3-day trip from Kuala Terengganu to Kuantan was too short for us. There are still so many things to see and do, and there are still so many awesome local cuisine we didn't try. I'm sure I'll do this kind of trip again, just to enjoy the scenic drive and eat all the good food along the way. I guess I'll see you guys on the next vlog. Bye.